Now we're going to look at how to do angle measurements with your calculator. Before we can do that, we have to discuss degrees, minutes, and seconds. In angle measurements, 60 minutes equals 1 degree. And the symbol for minutes is a single quote like this. And then we also can go down to seconds. So we have 60 seconds equals 1 minute, just like it does with time. And the symbol for seconds is a double quote. So symbolically we would write it as 60 seconds, and this would be 1 minute. Now let's look at how to do this on your calculator. To get the degree symbol, you need to go to the angle menu, which is in blue above the apps key. So to get to that menu, press second and apps. And then the first one on the menu is degrees. The second one on the menu is minutes. So for example, if we wanted to put in 1 degree, we would put in the 1, then do second, apps, and either just press enter or press 1, and that would give us 1 degree in symbols. If we wanted to put in 1 degree and 45 minutes, then we would put in the 45 here, second, apps, and number 2, which would give us 1 degree, 45 minutes. Now the one for seconds is a little bit harder. For some reason it's not on that angle menu. So to get seconds, if you look at your calculator above the plus key in green, it has the double quotes, which is the symbol for seconds. So to get there, you have to do alpha and the plus key. That gives you that symbol. In this example, if we wanted to have 1 degree, 45 minutes, and 10 seconds, then we would put in the 10, alpha, and the plus key, and that would give us minutes. Now I'm going to skip down here to converting from degrees, minutes, seconds to decimal degrees, because what we've got in the calculator right now is in degrees, minutes, and seconds. So if we want to convert this to decimal degrees, we would do what we've already done here, and that is put it in the calculator in degrees, minutes, and seconds. And then if you just press enter, it automatically converts it to decimal degrees. And you can round this to however many places is appropriate. So to do this, all we do is put in the DMS notation and then press enter. Now going the other way, if we want to convert from decimal degrees to DMS, or degrees, minutes, seconds notation, then what we would do is put in the decimal value. So for example, if we wanted to take this one and convert it back to our DMS notation, we would enter our decimal value. Then we would go back to that angle menu. So second and apps. Notice number 4 on here has an arrow and DMS. That means it's going to convert it back to DMS notation. Then if I press enter, it's going to take it back to this. And since I rounded this one a little bit, it's got 10.08 seconds instead of just 10 seconds. So to do this, all we're doing is entering the decimal value and then doing second, apps, and number 4, which has the arrow and the DMS, and then enter. Now let's do a little bit of practicing with this. Here we're adding 2 angle measurements, and if you're going to add these by hand, remember that to go from minutes up to degrees, there are 60 minutes in 1 degree. So if you're doing it by hand, it's not going to be just direct addition. We're going to do this with the calculator. So that means I need to put these 2 angles in DMS notation. So I'm going to start with my 28 degrees, 35 minutes, and then plus, then 63 degrees, 52 minutes. When I press enter, it adds them. It gives me the answer as decimal degrees. So if I need to have this in my degrees, minutes, seconds notation, I would go back to that angle menu one more time, press 4 to get the DMS conversion, and that would convert it back to my DMS notation. So if I wanted this in decimal degrees, it would be 92.45 degrees. If I wanted it in degrees, minutes, seconds, it would be 92 degrees, 27 minutes. Well, let's do the same for this one. Before we do this one, though, there is one more thing that you need to do with your calculator. And that is, for now, you need to make sure your calculator is in degree mode. So press the mode button on your calculator and go down to the fourth one on here, which says radian or degree. If it isn't already, you need to set this to degree mode. So go down there, arrow over so that the degree is flashing, and then press enter so that the degree is highlighted. And then to get back out of this, do second and the mode button. So now we're back here. Let's do this with the calculator. So we would put in 180 degrees. Minus 117 degrees, 29 minutes. Then again, when we press enter, it gives us the decimal value for this. If we want to give that in DMS notation, we'd go back to this angle menu again, press number 4, and enter to have it convert to degrees, minutes, and seconds. Now one more example. To convert from the DMS notation to the decimal degrees, we just have to put it into the calculator in the DMS notation and then press enter. So I'm putting in the 105 degrees, 20 minutes, and then for the seconds, remember that's the one that's above your plus key, so I have to do alpha plus. That gives me seconds, and then I'm just going to press enter.